coming and hanging out. So this is the Gothic Girls collaboration, and today I'm going to make large tags for the pockets that are in the front of this accordion journal and in the back of this accordion journal. So they'll be large because this pocket, it goes all the way down to here, so it's pretty big. So that's what we're going to work on today for today's video. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure approximately how big these tags are going to be. So, and I like to leave a little bit of wiggle room. So if we're going for width, I would say let's go for let's do 4 1/4, and that way there'll be plenty of room to slide it up and down. And then height, I do believe if we went for 7 1/2, so 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, I'm going to go ahead and mark this. All right, so I'm hoping to have this piece be in the center, so I'm going to mark this. The quarter is here. The 4 1/4 is there, but I'm also going to shave a little off of this end as well. And then let's do the same thing on this piece because this will be the other tag. And again, I'd like to do my best to center this. So 4 1/4 is here. And then we're going to shave, again, we're going to shave this end off here, okay? This is a page from the freebies that are listed in my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts. You can grab this if you'd like to, and there's 2 other ones. Did I forget to mention, this is a co-hosted collaboration, and all of the hosts, one is myself, then we also have Jennifer with Scrapbooks and Memories, and we also have, I'm trying to look for my mark, there it is. We also have Bexx with Black Whisper Crafts, and we have artists every day of the month of September sharing their awesome makes. So please, I hope you will follow along for this fun spooky season collaboration. You can grab your freebies. Feel free to post your makes in my Facebook group. I would love it. And also, if you would like, you can get the digital kit, which is in my Etsy shop. Now, before we do anything else, let's test how did we do on the size. Obviously, I'm going to have to make them a little bit shorter, but let's see if this will fit in the pocket. Yes, plenty of room. I like it. Okay, and then we'll only have to take off a little bit of the top. That's about 1/2 inch. That's my guess. Let's have a look. It is just over 1/2 inch. Okay, and then let's also check the back pocket. Make sure that this one is good too. Yep, that is great. Okay, so let's just take off either some off of the bottom or some off of the top, or maybe a little bit of both. This one, I think I can go ahead and take it off the bottom. I think that'll look best. So a little over 1/2 inch. That's going to put us right here. And then, and let me see, and we'll have to put some tabs on top of them so that we have a little something sticking out the top, so that, because otherwise you wouldn't even know there's a pocket there. Yeah, so it goes in a little bit. Yeah, actually, it meets perfectly flush. That's wild. But we'll make sure that we put a tab on it, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this next one to size. So this one, I'm going to take off. Is this upside down? Hold on, let me look at this for a second. No, I think this is the way it goes. So I think what I'll do is take a little off of the top and a little off of the bottom. We'll take that off of the top part. And then we'll just sort of meet right here. And then now let's give that a quick test. Perfect, okay. Friends, the first thing I'm gonna do is round the corners. And also I wanted to let you know, since these will be sliding into a pocket, I want to be sure to not make them too bulky. We're definitely going to put layers on, but I'm going to try to keep the layers as flat as I possibly can. All right, my friends, I wanted to share with you that, I printed this out on photo paper, and it prints out great on any paper, But man, oh man, look at the detail with the photo paper. It's a huge difference. Now, photo paper is pricey, but I buy it at the thrift store. And so it's still more expensive than cardstock, but geez, when I get it at the thrift store, it's such a huge discount. So if you, wanted to get some for a great price, you can always look for it on clearance or look for it at the thrift store. Obviously, I don't print out all my pages on photo paper, but if I want something to really have an impact, then I will. And so I figured since I was going to make tags and use the ephemera from the kit, I thought it'd be fun to, just print these on photo paper. Now I printed, hold on, let me show you another thing I did, just so you guys know, because some of you are familiar with digital kits, most of you are, but some are not. So I took these, and what I did was I took pages from the digital kit, and I put them on, I use Mac, so it's called Pages. It would be the same thing as Word, though, if you use a PC. I put them on there, and then you can shrink it down to any size you want. So these are smaller than what's in the kit. Because I asked my computer program to make it smaller. All of these are much smaller than what you would find in the digital kit. So I just wanted to let you know that. Friends, I found something where I can show you the comparison. So this is a piece of ephemera that I cut from the kit when I printed it out on white cardstock, heavy duty cardstock. And then this is the one on the photo paper. Of course, it's been shrunk down. I want to show you two things. One is regular size versus how I shrunk it down, and then look at the clarity in that in the photo paper. It's incredible. It's too bad it's so expensive, but I did want to share it with you because I thought that was a great comparison. All right, my friends, so I've got my tag here. I have a die cut here, and I have also another die cut here of a raven. And just so that you know, I got these off of my Cricut program. And then I'm going to use her because I feel like I would like to put her on the tombstone, but I don't like how it's all sort of just square. So I'm going to fussy cut her out and then put her on here, and then we'll put like RIP on top or something like that. But let's go ahead and we'll get the fussy cut part done real quick. Right, so friends, let's remember we're trying to stay somewhat flat, but I don't know if I love her just sort of plopped on the tombstone. So I'd like to put something down here. Okay, here's what I've got. I do have this, which is quite flat actually. And then I do have some black shiny rickrack. Let's try this on for size. Let's say I move her over here. Let's play with placement. This is not bad, and I could even move her down a little. But I think I like her right here. So if we were to do that and then add rickrack onto this lower part of the tombstone that I could cut around the edges. That looks so much better to me. And then I wonder, should we jazz up the background even more? I think this is a job for stenciling, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab these stencils. Well, it's not a stencil. You guys know I'm known to use my die cuts for stenciling. They work great, so give it a try. You'll probably like it. So I'm putting a protective piece of paper down, and I think I might even start up here at the very top and then work my way down. I was wondering how green would look over the purple. Something just a little bit different besides black. So we're going to give that a try. See if we like it. I can always go over it with brown or black. It'd probably definitely be more subtle than the brown or black. Oops, I moved it a little bit. All right, let's lift it up and take a look. It is super subtle, but I think I like it. So let's go ahead and do more. I'm gonna get this lined up if I can. so I can do the next section. All right, I'm hoping you guys can see that. Oh yeah, I think if I hold it like that, you guys can see it. Okay, all right, so that gives a little bit of a subtle background, which is great. Then if I put her here, then at least it's not just plain Jane, right? I'm gonna go ahead and tack her down. All right, friends, now we've got these stickers, and I thought what we could do is add a sticker up here. Let's cut this guy out. It's going to be very subtle because, again, we're putting black onto pretty dark purple paper, but that's okay if it's subtle. I think it'll still be fun. So I could put this like he's climbing on her head. There we go, okay. Now let's go ahead and glue this trim on. We're gonna go right along here at the bottom. And then I'm gonna cut the trim edges off right here, okay? Now I'm going to use stickles, and I couldn't decide whether to use yellow or purple stickles to do the RIP. I'm going to write it in pencil first. I'm really tempted to go with the purple and hope that it shows up good enough. I mean, I think it will. Well, you know, we can always just try it out and then switch gears if we felt like we needed to. Oh, I think it's gonna look pretty. All right, my friends. Now I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a close-up for you here. I'm going to have to be super careful with this. This is not the tag. This is this is just a piece that goes on the tag. There we go. I think you can see it a little bit better now. There we go. I changed my lighting for my lives, but I probably should switch it back to get a little more light coming from this direction. All right, my friends. Let's assemble the rest of the tag. All right, my friends, here's the tag. Here is the tombstone. So let's think about, do we want it on this side or this side? I think this side. And then I've got this crow, and I think I'd like to act like he's sitting on top of it, but tuck his tail behind it. But before I do that, because he's black and then all of that, he'll blend in too much. So let me find a silver pen, and I'm gonna go around the crow with this silver pen and see if that helps it pop. And if it doesn't, then what we can do, oh, and it might not, the silver's sort of blending in. Wow, I'm actually really surprised about that. I thought it would stick out a little bit more, but we can always add, let me try a different color, guys. We could always add stickles to the crow as well. All right, I've got a fatter marker, and let me move this over here. I can go ahead and try to do a little bit of highlight with this one. I do think that this will help it pop a little, but I also think that we're definitely going to be adding some stickles. I just pretty much think we'll have to. Just to be safe, let's finish assembling this one a little bit later after the stickles dry. We will go ahead and work on this one. All right, friends, so here is the other tag. The other one's drying, and I thought we'd go ahead and use her. And I think if we place her right about here, that will look nice. And then maybe we'll add some lace down the edges or something. I don't think we necessarily need anything under her, but maybe once we place her, we'll put some stuff over. Let's go ahead and start with gluing her down. All right, you guys frequently see me use my scissors to push something down, but I wouldn't want to do that on photo paper. So what I'm gonna do, especially because they're freshly printed, I printed them, let's say an hour ago, but I just, anyway, I think it's better to flip it over. All right, let's make sure nothing shifted. Nope, that looks great. All right, let's find out what's next. Again, trying to keep it as flat as we can so it can easily go in and out of the pockets. These leaves are probably going to be too big, but I have some smaller ones here. And then I have these stickers. So let's check out what we have and see if we think anything will work. Right, so these are the flat stickers, and these we could put in the upper corners actually to sort of tie everything in, and I think those look pretty stinking cute up there. So that is a definite possibility. Let's leave those out. And then what about, let me just pull a couple of these out. I'll look through and I'll grab some of the smaller ones, okay? I grabbed them all out, actually, just so that we could try them on because we might be surprised. Yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah, I could put this here and then I could trim the edges. So it is possible, but let's see what else we have. I mean, I didn't hate it. And let's say we've got one for the bottom and we can trim that. I don't think that looks bad. Now, I think this one's smaller than the other one we tried on, and we're going to try this on the bottom too, but let me just pop it back up here where the other one was just to see. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cute. Let me see what else we have. Some of these are pretty wide, probably too wide. Okay, too wide. And then I think these are pretty big too. Let me see. That's super pretty. I don't think it's gonna fit, but oh, I might have found a smaller one, guys. No, it's not small. It's just different, so let's put that back. All right, I got the glue on it, and now I'm gonna place it where I think I would like it. There we go. I think that's perfect. Let's go ahead and add this because I think we like it. So, bird update, just so you guys know, Minxie is out playing right now. Rico has not come out today. They were both out yesterday. Oh, okay. I didn't really want this to go over top of the other leaf, so I'm just going to have to do a really good job of pressing this down. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of fun, and we are going to put the bat down. I wonder if I should use regular glue. I'm going to use hot glue only because part of it's going to go over top of the leaf. Now, we have another option of just sort of having fun with this. I've got one of the cats that I could put down here. Well, Rico does not like the idea of cats being around because, you know, cats and birds. I was just looking at this leaf and sort of figuring out if I wanted the leaf on the page or not. If we put the leaf on the page, I don't think I'd want the cat on the page. All right, my friends, here we go. How did I have this? I'm trying to think which way. Did I have it like that? Actually, I think I might have. Let's go ahead and put this down. I can't remember which way I liked it the most, but this will certainly do. All right, my friends, so we've got that on. Now I'm going to flip this over, and there's just a few pieces sticking out that we're going to get rid of. All right, my friends, I was going to use yellow to highlight the bat, but you know, I'm going to be a little daring, and I'm going to go with gold. There's a lot of gold already on the leaves, so I think we'll be okay. It's just not something I would normally do on a bat. But we are going to see what happens. Well, it's definitely giving it a pop, that's for sure. Gonna give him 2 eyes. There we go. You know, I think we're okay. I didn't want it to look Christmassy, but I think we're okay, especially once it dries, it sort of lays down a little bit. All right, so basically this tag is done. It's nice and flat, you know, look at that. Oop. It should go in and out of the pocket with no problem at all. I'm gonna set this aside, let that dry before it goes in the pocket, and then let's get back to this one. Now, this is not completely dry, I don't think. Let me test it. Well, it's good enough. I'll be careful around that because that's a little thicker, but it's good enough for me to be able to handle it. Can you see it? It's really cool. It's probably hard to see, but it's definitely really cool. So here's what I was thinking. If we put this down here at the bottom, maybe like this, right at the bottom, right? Oh, see, I got some of it wasn't dry. And then I take the bird and I put him, I think I wanted the tail behind, but then part of his talons to be over the tombstone. I think I like that. We can see that I've outlined him. We'll definitely add some stickles to give him a pop. And then, so I think that's the plan. Okay, like I said, not gluing the feet down yet, and we've got to get this into the exact spot that we want it so that everything works when I'm ready to glue this down, right? So I'm holding this in place, but I've got to lift up this part so that the bird's tail can go underneath. And then it's gonna be like this. I think that's pretty good. Okay, gluing that down, and now, before it sets, I'm gonna go ahead and get the glue onto this one. Let's get this into place. Very good. Now, I was thinking I'd like to get a little glue underneath those talons. I do not want those sticking up because, my friends, if they're sticking up, they will get caught when we're trying to take the tag in and out of the pocket. So let me grab my little spatula, and I'm going to get some glue on my spatula and just see if I can just get enough under there to hold those talons down. Yeah, I think we did it. All right, now I'm going to press everything down carefully. Let me use my popsicle stick to press some of this down. We got this we need to press down, yep. We got the talons, so these are pretty small. Let's get those done. Okay, and this as well. Trying not to touch anything that might be wet. And I think what I'm going to do is use my clothespins on some of this to hold it down. But I'm going to go in real quick with my fingers. Try not to touch the stickles at all. Some of them are not ready. And then let me make sure this bird is all good. Okay. All right, my friends. While this is drying, and I clip this down with the clothespins just to make sure it's getting good contact. But while that's drying, I'm going to do stickles around the bird. So the question is, do we do sort of white stickles? Because we have a lot of white and black going on. This might be pearlescent. Pearlescent. Then this is the sort of the white. It's almost clear. Or do we go purple? Part of me feels like we should go purple, just because we got a lot of purple going on here. Let's give it a try. Let's do the purple on the feet first, maybe, and see how that does for us. Or we could do it on this wing. Let me turn this a little sideways, like this. So what do we think? It's a little bit subtle, actually. I think I'm going to have to go with a more intense color. So what I'm going to do with this is brush this way, so we end up using it, but in a different way. We tried the purple. Our other option is the yellow or the white, and I'm a little nervous about doing the pearl. But you know what? Let's try it like we did the purple. It can't hurt anything. I'll go around to the front of the chest here and just see. All right, so there is that at the front of the chest. Okay, that doesn't bother me at all. Let's do that, I think. And I'm going on top of the silver that I had added. I was hoping that that would give it even a little more of a punch. I feel like I'm really happy with that, actually, you guys. It's bouncing off of the black and silver really, really nicely. All right, let's have a look at this. I'm going to show it to you like this with my regular lighting. And then I'm going to bring my bright one back over. I mean, it's not bright, actually, but I can get in a little bit closer so you guys can see the details. So what do you think? I love the way it turned out. Let's get our other tag over here. Now our bat is still drying, so I can't pop these into the journal yet. We have to wait till everything dries, but I am very happy with how they turned out, and this was so much fun, my friends. I hope that you will follow along and play along. Go grab some freebies off of my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts, and follow along with our collaborators. All right, tomorrow coming up is going to be Jennifer with Scrapbooks and Memories, and after that is going to be Bexx with Black Whisper Crafts. All three of us are co-hosting this fun collaboration. Hope you can join in with us. We would love it. You can grab the freebies on my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts. You can also grab them on Jennifer's Facebook group, which is Scrapbooks and Memories. So 2 places where you can grab the freebies, and then if you want the actual kit, you can get that in my Etsy shop. So, my friends, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you love our makes. Thanks for watching. See you soon.